Let's talk about vulnerability in the spiritual antidote of today. What does it mean to be vulnerable? Most of us do not like that word. Vulnerable means I'm helpless, I'm defenseless, I'm not protected. Especially in a world that we have come to experience as being hostile, where you have to, dog eats dog, and you have to protect yourself, survival of the fittest. The word vulnerable is not something we're comfortable with. So we build all kinds of armor, all kinds of defense mechanisms to protect ourselves from being hurt. But let me ask you a question. Without vulnerability, would we have love? Would we have all the most important features that make us human? So vulnerability has two sides to it. Yes, you can be hurt, but without vulnerability, you can never really experience the deepest love in your life. We are feeling very vulnerable, all of us now. No question about it. Both from a health level, the threats involved, socially, travel, the economy, schooling, our children, virtually every aspect of our lives has been stripped from us in certain ways. So it's not a surprise that we feel so unsettled, that we feel so unnerved, and sometimes worse. That is why it's important to revisit vulnerability. You may be vulnerable in the physical sense, but you're never vulnerable with your soul, because your soul thrives on vulnerability. Think of a child. A child, it's healthy for a child to be vulnerable, while it's also being protected and nurtured. The challenge is if the child, God forbid, its vulnerability and his defenselessness is being taken advantage of or abused. And I don't even want to mention that, but it should be mentioned. That's when it becomes tragic. But that vulnerable child is the beauty of the child, the innocence, even the naivete. It's something we all aspire to in a certain way. As many thinkers have said, we're all really little vulnerable children, just surround ourselves by armies and armies of armor to protect ourselves. Churchill said in the time of war, the truth is so precious. You have to surround it with an army of lies. And that's a big part of what our lives have been like. And now, with the pandemic and all that is bringing to us, here's the antidote for today. Think about vulnerability in a positive way. List things that you'll say, well, I'm proud to be vulnerable in this area and with this person. Find people, the people you love, online or in person, if that's possible under the circumstances, that you can be vulnerable with, that you can speak openly with, and you're not afraid, that you can trust.